But if it's somebody else's problem, you should help them. It's nothing to worry about. If you lose your contacts, or you lose your purse, oh, you're going crazy. But if somebody else lost their purse, well, you had identification, don't worry, they'll return it. If you're 23 and you didn't have a shidduch yet, oh, the whole world is turning over. But if somebody else has a daughter who's 26, she's young, she's not 30 yet, nothing to worry about. If it's not your meirka, then it's not your problem. And that's what Rav Shalom said. Rav Shalom always used to say, you have to make somebody else's problem your meirka. Then there was another story that I loved that I used to tell. He used to tell the story about Rav Aaron Kalina, the first stall in a Kalina Rebbe. He said once Motzei Shabbos, Rav Aaron Kalina was sitting and he was eating an apple. And all the Chassidim were around. The Rebbe cut the apple and he gave it out to the Chassidim. The Rebbe made a brach and he ate the apple. And little Yankel was sitting in the back. And he's looking at the Rebbe. The Rebbe cuts an apple, he makes a bracha. I also do the same thing. So the Rebbe's very smart, and he happens to catch the yard. Yankel says, Yankel, come here, I want to ask you something. Tell me, what's the difference between me and you? I eat apples and make a bracha. You eat apples and make a bracha. So the little boy says, Rebbe, I'll tell you the truth. I wasn't going to ask you. But now that you say it, I was wondering the same thing. What's the difference between me and you? So the Rebbe says, I'll tell you the difference. He says, when I get up in the morning, the first thing that I want to do, I look out at the beautiful sky and beautiful nature, and I want to thank Hashem. You made such a great vow. You're not going to make a bracha for no reason. So I wash negavasa, then I daven, then I take an apple, and then I can make a bracha. Yankel, when you get up, the first thing you want to do, you want to eat apples. You're hungry. A whole night you didn't eat. But you know, they shall knock your teeth out if you eat an apple without a bracha. So, first you got to wash negavasa, which you do quickly, then you daven quickly, then you take the apple, you make a bracha. So we both eat apples and we both make brachas. The only difference is like this. I eat an apple, so I should be able to make the bracha. You make a bracha, so you should be able to eat the apple. It's a great lesson. I love that lesson. Because that shows us all the gashmias that we have in this world is so that we should be able to make a bracha on it. So we should take the money that we make and use it for Torah, use it for Chizuk, use it for Avodas Hashem. That's the reason why we make money. Not to take one gashmias aspect of money and then just build houses and no end of physical and material things. You have to take the apples of the world and make ruchnius out of it. That was a great lesson. And then he told us a story, and I have a kasha on the story. Let's see if you come up with a teretz. He used to tell us, you know, I'll show you a story about apples and brachas. He said that the Brisker Rav Elvis Soloveitchik was once in Switzerland for Shabbos. So he's sitting by his host. Shabbos afternoon, he says, I need an apple and a banana. So the host was surprised. The Brisker Rav needs an apple and a banana. What does he need it for? So he said, fine, the Rav wants it, I'll give it to him. I don't know, they started talking and learning, it just didn't work out, that he ate the apple or the banana, and then he goes to Mincha. Comes back from Mincha, so the Baal Bas asked him, Rebbe, you want the apple and banana? He says, no, I don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore? So he says, no, I'll tell you what. I'm makbid very much to make 100 brachas every day. I was missing 2 brachas. So I wanted the apple and the banana so I could make a eitz and a dama. But then I went to shul. By Mincha, they gave me an aliyah. So I had a bracha before the laning and a bracha after the laning. So I had the 2 brachas. So I don't need the apple and banana. So Shalom said, you see here, the Brisker Rav, he needed the apple just to make the bracha. So my kasha is, why do you need the apple and banana? He could have had the apple and then make a bar of flushes. He would have had 2 brachas. So there's a lot of teretz, and I'll tell you my favorite teretz. Because with the Brisker Shita of Kazayas, he probably would have had to eat 5 apples. But there's a lot of other terutzim. He wasn't interested in eating the apple. He just wanted to make a bracha. So he's going to eat a little piece of apple, makes a eitz, and a little piece of banana, makes a doma. I once asked Rav Shalom. I said to Rav Shalom, you know, it's such a chashuv rav from Eretz Yisrael, and you get up and you make people laugh. Maybe it's not bakolodik. Maybe it's not so nice. He says, you know, a lot of people ask me that question. He says, you know what, I'll tell you something. He gave a marshal. He said there was a father who had 2 children that were very sick. An older child and a younger child. And he called in the older child. He said, I want you to know you're very seriously ill. You've got to take this medicine. Except I'm telling you, it's very bitter. And the boy said, Tati, I don't want to take it. He says, you have to. You're going to end up in the hospital. Okay. The boy understands it's a serious thing to be in a hospital. He takes the medicine. He spits out half of it, but he takes it. The other boy comes in, the little boy, the father doesn't talk to him at all. He starts playing a game with him, he's playing around, he's tickling him, and as the kid is laughing, he's got his mouth open, the father drops in the bed.